What's going on, veterans? This is Junior Bennett coming to you live, 100% permanent total Navy Desert Storm veteran. And in today's video, we're going to follow up from the yesterday's video. We took you to the benefits website and showed you what the broken system is producing, the actual numbers for the annual benefits report. Now, every February it comes out. Remember that. You can always go back to that site for other benefits information as well. So let's talk about, we talked about the problem, and now let's talk about what New Life veterans can do to help you fix the problem. Okay. Now, the first thing about VA disability, the foundation of it is, do you have a current complaint? A lot of you do not have a current complaint on the books. The complaint has to be a current diagnosis in the last 12 months. It's so sad to me that I see veterans on the phone would tell me that they have migraine headaches. They have all these isms and schisms that they have, but they don't go to the doctor. Me and you especially guilty of this. You don't like going to the doctor, but guess what? If you want to unlock tax-free diagnosis or tax-free compensation, you got to get your current diagnosis. So when I get you on the call, that's one of the things I'm going to ask you. Do you have a current diagnosis? So as of this recording, stop watching and get out the darn bleachers and get into the game and get your butt to the VA or non-VA doctors and get you a diagnosis. Okay? You need one on the books. All right? Now, after you got your diagnosis, the VA gonna say, hey, just because you have a diagnosis doesn't mean it came from us. So the second thing you gotta have is what? In-service injury. In-service injury. How would you have the in-service injury? The in-service injury or disease has to be in your service treatment records. Those of you that already have been denied already should be looking in the reasons for decision section of your decision letter, and it'll say, we saw that there was an onset, the beginning of it started in service. If it did not start in service, then it has to be filed secondary and the medical rationale to back it up. So I repeat, if you don't have your service treatment records, you need to Google the VA form SF-180, fax it to the archives department at archives.gov. There should be a fax number on there, and you get your service treatment records. It's going to take you 3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months to get that CD-ROM in your possession. Why is it so important that you have your service treatment records? It jogs your memory. It validates the injury, and it gives you more confidence in your claim. Because I have seen where veterans will file a secondary claim because their memory was bad about that injury. For instance, they went to sick call for it, and so they get denied because they used the wrong theory of service connection. So I don't want you to delay any money whatsoever in your claim process by making a mistake. If you don't remember back to 1991, 1995, or whenever you served, I served from 91 to 95 as a United States Navy aviation technician. So let's move right along. The third thing. This is the Holy Grail, the medical nexus. Medical nexus. Now, you're probably saying, well, Junius, I had a pre-service injury and I want to claim that. That means before you went into MEPS, they saw that you had a rash. The only way we can use that in your service, if your service treatment records indicated that you complained about that pre-service event while you were active duty, and now we can tie that, if it's gotten worse, to a direct service connection. I have a first-hand experience. I had a rash, tinea versicolor, when I came into the service, and then I started to complain once I got into the service with my dermatologist. All right, now, the medical nexus opinion letter is the most arguably complex document. It's the big joker of the spades game. Those of you that saw my video the other day, I talked about the big joker in the card deck of playing the game of spades. It's a big joker and a small joker. By you not providing a medical nexus opinion letter, you're giving the big joker to the CMP examiner. The big joker is going to have all of the books won. The one who has the the most spades obviously win in the game of spades. But if you got the big joker, that's a guaranteed win, right? On any book that you play. You can play it early or you can play it at the end. I don't care how you play it. You got the big joker. By you not having the medical nexus opinion letter, you're putting the big joker in the hands of the CMP examiner. Okay? Those of you that have been denied before, you know your experience with the CMP examiner is not good. All right? Now, you're going to get a letter in the mail that's going to tell you when your CMP exam is, the date, and they're also going to tell these key points of how much experience that doctor had. 39 years, went to what university? Georgia, University of Georgia, and specialized with this, got a medical science degree in this. So you knowing who you're going against in the ring, you're going into the boxing ring with a big joker and hits harder than Mike Tyson, 18 times harder than Mike Tyson. All right? The medical nexus opinion letter is only for people who've been out the military more than 12 months. Number one, out the military, been separated from the military for 12 months. I got veterans call me from 1978, they served. You need a medical nexus. If you serve 2022, it's 12 months from there, it's 2023, you need a medical nexus, all right? Now, the fourth thing is you got to be able to articulate the severity of the disability that you're filing. Now, how can you get the severity articulated? Through your VA Form 21-4138, which is your statement of support of claim. 21-4138. And a DBQ. All right. Some doctors offer the DBQ. Some doctors don't. If you're a client of New Life Veterans, you'll know that most of our doctors have DBQs. But it's not mandatory. That's how you can articulate the severity. Why do you want to articulate the severity? Because how bad it is will determine how big your check is. Put a like in a comment if you like big checks. All right. If you like big checks, high value claims, you want to make sure that you partner and lock up with someone that can mentor you according to the law, because every decision letter is going to be backed up by law, whether it's a service connection or whether how much they can pay you for is the highest evaluation. Like tinnitus, it's the highest evaluation of 10, but they're going to back it up by 38 CFR, okay? So you know your opponents is the law, the doctor, and the CMP examiner doctor, okay? And I'm going to dive deeper into this in subsequent videos. So I want you to stay tuned, stay subscribed to this channel. So let's recap real quick. If you don't have a diagnosis, get your butt to the doctor right now. You need your in-service treatment records. I don't care if you're going off memory. Now, if you got a direct service connection claimed already, and you know for a fact there's nothing else in your service treatment records, you can file that secondary to the directs right away. All right. A lot of you have gotten your service treatment records and know that there's nothing else in there to claim direct, so we can immediately go jump into the secondaries. Okay. Now, again, the big joker, the medical nexus opinion letter. What's so cool about the medical nexus opinion letter? There's a lot of competitors out there charging a lot of money for medical nexus opinion letter, but they don't have the effectiveness. You got to have the medical rationale along with the likelihood. The letter just can't say highly likely due to, or I believe that this sleep apnea is highly likely connected to a service. How? Ladies and gentlemen, your doctor got to put their license on the line and for the VA to call them and to provide that medical rationale. Okay? I want you to understand how powerful this is. The big joker is where the money is. The big joker is your friend. If you go into this claim process and get you a medical nexus, it's part of Title 38 Part 4. Isn't it amazing that you will not play the game of spades without knowing the rules to the game, but you will file and throw things up against the wall to see if it sticks on millions of dollars of tax-free benefits. Now, if you're sick and tired of being frustrated, I want you to stop watching. Look at the top of this video or the bottom of this video. I have a link, newlifeinsider.com. Click that link and we'll talk to you soon on the next consult. I'm going to dedicate 30 minutes of your time. Look at your raw data. Look at your denials, look at what's pending, and we're going to make a recommendation according to Title 38 Part 4, okay? It's been my pleasure talking to you guys. Have a great day.